Hey guys, back at it again with another pretty easy to this time medium maintenance for your 5th gen 4Runner. Today we're going to be doing a brake fluid flush. Toyota calls for to do it at 3 years or at 60K. I'm at 60K, so we're going to do it today. You know, if you have the right tools, this can easily be a one-man job and you won't need another person to do this. So like I said, it should be pretty easy to medium, about 30 minutes. Toyota calls for bleeding the front right, front left, back right, back left. I know most cars are different, it's reversed. You start the farthest away from the master cylinder, so you'd go back left, or back right, back left, front right, front left. But Toyota calls for front right, front left, back right, back left. After you bleed each wheel, or each side, or each caliper, I guess, you're gonna top off the master cylinder after each bleed. You're gonna need .3 brake fluid, and you need a 10mm wrench, and you can either use this, a one-man bleeder bottle, or you can use the extraction pump if you have this extension, this brake bleeder extension. So if you use this, you will have to manually press the brake pedal. If you use the extractor, you can just pump it and it'll be like a vacuum where it'll suck the fluid out. But in my opinion, it's kind of hard to control the pressure and you might drain out too fast. So I'm gonna use this and pump the brake pedal. So let's go. All right, pop the hood. All right, here's the brake reservoir. We're gonna wanna unpop these clips. Get this out the way. Clean this off. Okay, and now you're gonna wanna extract all the fluid that you can from this reservoir. All right, taking the cap off. Taking the extractor and pumping out all the old fluid that we can. Okay, now that we've extracted as much old fluid as we can, top it off with new fluid and close the cap. Okay, I've topped off with some new fluid. Now we're ready to start bleeding. We're gonna start with the front right first. Okay, we're on the front right tire. Here is the valve. You're gonna take that cover off, put on your wrench, and then attach the tube to the drain valve. Okay, as you can see, I have the wrench on, I have the valve on. We're gonna crack it open about halfway, lefty-loosey, and then we're gonna go inside the car and pump the brake pedal. Okay, crack this open. Should come off easily. Okay, not too much. Okay, now we're gonna pump the brake pedal about 8 to 10 times. Okay, as you can see, we got quite a bit of fluid coming out now. Make sure to press the brake pedal all the way to the floor. So we can pump it until we see new clean fluid coming out. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the amount of fluid that's came out, so we're gonna tighten this up and move on to the next one. This valve is very sensitive and very fragile, so just tighten it just snug. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Don't over torque it. If you break it, you're gonna have a bad time. Put the cap back on and we'll move over to the driver's side front. Okay, once again, we're gonna top this off. All right, same thing. We're on the driver front. Okay, got our wrench on, got our pump on. Pop it counterclockwise. Careful not to round it off. Slowly. It's going. Boom. All right. Pop this in. Same thing. Pump 8 to 10 times, pedal all the way to the floor. All right, I'm gonna go pump and show you guys what it looks like from this angle. As you can tell, more fluid got pumped out. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one another 10 pumps. All right, that should be good. Let's close it off and cap it off. All right, we'll top this off again and move to the back right. Okay, the rears are much different from the front on the 5th Gen 4Runner, and I realized that after I did the back right, so I'm going to show you before you do the back right and the back left. What you do is set it up like usual, wrench on the drain valve, hose hooked up, but now we're going to want to go to our car, put the key in the ignition, turn it to on, back, the key is still in the on position. We're going to crack this open, the bleeder open, and the car in the on position. We're going to press down on the brake pedal. You can hear that? Yep. Let go. And now it should be pumping fluid out. Yep. It's going to automatically do it for you. And then you can close it off when you feel like you've drained enough of the old fluid. Yep, filling up. Good. Keep an eye on your reservoir. We can see it slowly draining. So now we're going to go back and close it off. We should be good, and then top this off. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how much we've gotten now. Now we're going to close this off and cap it off. Okay, with the key still in the on position, we're going to pump our brakes until we get a firm brake. To top it off until max, and you're good to go. Alright, don't forget to put this back on. Alright, just like that, guys, you guys have successfully done another major service for your 5th Gen 4Runner. DIY, did it at home, saved some money, saved some time. Pretty easy, one-man job. I'll show you how much I got out of my system. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I got about 600 milliliters, I believe, so about 150 milliliters each side. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's best to test out your brakes first in your neighborhood or something, see how they feel. They should not be spongy. They should be pretty firm. But pump your brakes before you start driving first, and then try it out. All right, good luck. Guys, after a short drive, my brakes definitely feel a little more sensitive and a little more responsive. That's what we want. You know, before my brakes felt a little spongy, but it wasn't terrible. But you know, definitely time to change that brake fluid, and things are all good. That's what you want. And in case you're wondering how much brake fluid I have left, I have about up until this mark right here. So I didn't use the whole bottle. So one 32-ounce bottle should be plenty. And if you run low, this should be enough to top off your reservoir. Good luck.